Everybody, Tim here with today's Star Wars review, part 2 of season 6 of the Clone Wars, the final part, because the season's only 13 episodes, so I basically just split it in half. I don't know, the first part was not so great, I'm not gonna lie, whereas the last half, I totally digged it. So the first half disappeared, part 1 and 2, episodes 8 and 9. Now, that's the whole kind of thing about the Clone Wars, is it's these multi-episode arcs, like 3 and 4 episode arcs. As far as I can remember, this is the only time where it's literally just part 1 and part 2. It's okay, like it's not great. I mean, it's legit Jar Jar Binks and Mace Windu paired together as like this buddy cop movie, and them doing their thing. Like, I don't know, it was very, very difficult for me, like, granted I'd been drinking, but very difficult for me to stay focused and stay interested in it. Like, Jar Jar kissing the queen, and I'm like, stop, it's gross. Interesting enough, in part 2, another Lothcat popped up, which I brought that up in the last couple of episodes where, like, it's Ahsoka and Ventress and a Lothcat pops up. So it's great to see it again. And at this point, they had already started doing Rebels, at least, like, working on it. So I feel like they purposely put it in there. The Night Queen, or the Queen of the Night Sisters pops up, and I'm just, I don't know. I did not like these first 2 episodes. Going into the last episodes, 10, 11, 12, and 13, the Lost One voices Destiny and Sacrifice. It's great. Like, it's weird to think. Like, these came out in 2014, and at the time, this was it. Like, this was the series finale, where it's all about, like, oh, God, I don't even know where to begin with it. DS, the Jedi Master, like, Sifo Dyas, like, who created the clones, put in for the Clone Wars, dies, but they find his crashed ship. They go and, like, do an interview with the previous Chancellor Valorum, whatever, the guy, Terrence Stamp from episode 1. Like, Obi-Wan and Anakin find out that Dooku is actually Tyrannus. So much is going on. I loved the first episode where Anakin runs and does his jump. Like, I mean, he's a Force user. He's a powerful jump anyway. But Obi-Wan's like, I want to give you a push. And it's a jump and push. It was great. Like, stuff like that was kind of fun. And then they find out that, like, Sifo Dyas created the army. Like, the Sith created the clone army for the Jedi. And so, like, the enemy did it for us. And they're like, you know what? We probably shouldn't tell anybody this. And they just kind of cover it up. It's like, oh my God, that's brilliant. Like, it's so good. Episode 11, Liam Neeson returns as Qui-Gon Jinn, which is great, talking to Yoda. The deprivation tank was a little weird. And then him going to Dagobah. I was like, oh, okay. The whole, like, 5 priestesses thing was a little too much for me. Like, looking at their masks, I was trying to figure out their faces. They end up being sadness, joy, anger, serenity, and confusion. I think I was, like, sad, happy, mad, indifferent, and disappointed. Is like, because as I was taking my notes, I was like, who are they? And then they tell you who they are. And I was like, oh, okay, I was pretty close. The evil Yoda was kind of interesting. And I mean, that's something like fan art has been done for years of, like, what would Yoda look like on the dark side? So, and you know, the way, I don't know, I've never compared Yoda to, like, Gollum from Lord of the Rings before, but the evil Yoda it just kept jumping out at me. And I was like, I don't like that. It's bugging me for whatever reason. And then him seeing all of the different things, like Ahsoka dying and Dooku being good and stuff like that. I don't know. The episode was a little wonky. And then finally, Sacrifice, where Mark Hamill plays Darth Bane. It's great. The series finale, and Mark Hamill voices basically like a Sith Lord. Well, he is a Sith Lord, but almost the creator of the Sith. And it's fantastic. Absolutely loved it. We see Sifo Dyas again. And, like, the whole thing, I don't know, his was weird. And then, of course, Yoda and Sidious battling. And then when Sidious is like, oh, Yoda's going to be tough to break. I mean, like how long until episode 3 takes place? Really? Like, Yoda's not that far away. So overall, I really liked it. Like I said, so this show started in 2008, 6 seasons, 2014, and they stopped very abruptly. I don't know how it worked, but I just imagine somebody coming in the office and being like, okay, everybody put your pencils down, and they left. Because they left like 8 episodes completely unfinished. And then here it is, X amount of years later, 2020, and they do a final season, season 7. So I've done all the previous like Clone Wars before in broadcast order. So I was really excited to do it again in chronological order and then going into this next season, because I have not watched season 7 yet. So it's going to be all brand new for me. I'm super, super excited. Like, I don't know what to expect. Like, there's been so many spoilers online, but I'm trying to avoid them. And so, I don't know, I'm super excited to see, like, the final episodes of the ones they didn't finish, plus the new storylines, and all that jazz. But, I don't know, like, overall, Season 6 had its high points and low points, like every show, like every season. But I'm curious what you guys think. Go ahead, let me know, and then I will see you guys next time for the part 1 of Season 7.